What's up, everybody?
Hey everyone, it's Alicia and Derek. We are taking over tonight as Jenny is coming back from Ohio State Reformatory. I believe she's leaving today.
She's on the road. She's in Indiana, and she's heading back home. So hopefully she gets home before those crazy storms.
Yeah, it's the Midwest.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Right? So, yeah, I mean, and we also want to just start off by thanking all of our sponsors. I think we have a little thing here.
All right, we're back. So we want to thank you to Breaking Fiend Entertainment, Willie Adkins, and Small Town Productions. I don't remember what the other ones were that just popped up. But thank you to our sponsors. Without you, we could keep going, but support definitely helps. And we love you all, of course. So, yeah, we just got back from Booze on the Battleship. That was 3 weeks now, 2 weeks.
That's been a couple weeks, yeah. Yeah. It was a fun time. It was really, we got to see all of our friends from all around, the United States, wherever you are. And, we had a really good time. It was nice for the family to get away too. And we made it a family trip. And it was good, and the dogs throw me off, but it's okay.
I think that we got a really good EVP in the doctor's area. Me, Jenny, and Lila and Stella and our friend Haley Duro, we were in there, and we were asking some questions. I was asking, is there a doctor or nurse here? And it goes, yes, there is. And I wish that Jenny was here, that we could pop that EVP up because it was phenomenal. But yeah, it was a really good time and very memorable for us as well. Historical. We love history. So we have a special guest on tonight. They're from our neck of the woods. Her name is Cheryl, and she is with Illinois Paranormal Research Society. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring her on.
Hey.
Hello, Cheryl. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. We're doing good.
Yeah.
Busy like everybody.
Right? Right? Listen,
Heck
I'm ready. I'm ready for summer to start. And
yeah.
I've seen you got your pool all ready.
My pool is open. Water was 76 degrees today. 78 is the coldest I'll get in, so it's almost there.
That's cold, but it's
actually
pretty. I made my husband jump in yesterday because it takes 4 of us to put the ladder in. So he gets to jump into the cold water, and then we lift the rest of it over into at him. So,
is that lock ladder that you guys have? Because I just got a ladder as well. And okay, I was wondering because you said how hard it was to get in there. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to plan this out.
Yeah, because it's stairs that go down into the pool. So, but you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. And
you got that right.
I'm not getting into the cold water.
I'll get into the cold water. You just help me out with the pool.
I'm not helping out with no pool.
Listen, I got you on the pool thing. I got that down as my camera falls to the floor. It's fine. It's all good.
So enough of pool stuff. We're
Right.
excited for summer. I know you're really excited for summer because you get your summer vacation from
Right.
school and all the craziness,
Right.
and you are ready to hop in as much as
That's
I
right.
am. So let's hop into our discussion today with you,
Yeah.
and let's talk about how about we start off with how did you get
I was gonna
involved
say,
into the paranormal?
yeah.
Like, did you have experience or multiple experiences, or was it a TV show? What
Yep.
kind of set you off in the direction?
Yep. So I grew up in a very haunted house. My dad still lives there today. Whatever spirit is there wrote my name into the staircase. I tell my dad to this day, if I would have been the one to do it, I would have admitted it by now.
It wrote your name into the staircase?
Yeah, into the wood. Wrote my name in the staircase. I'm short now, and I was shorter then, and there's no way I would have had to stand on my sister's shoulders
Wow.
to reach where it was. So yeah, so I always always the house is still there's still activity in the house.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think my dad would let us investigate. My stepmom, not so much. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you guys go out of town, go on your cruise. I'm gonna go play at your house while you're gone.
I would totally be. That's what I'd be doing.
Right. So I was fortunate enough to have parents who didn't, oh, you're imagining things. We would be sitting down in the basement in the living room and hear the back door open and close and footsteps walk across the floor. We would hear somebody come down the stairs and we were in the basement, and even the dog would run and be like waiting for one of my parents to come down to the basement, and nobody was ever there. So, they never squashed what I said I saw or I felt. And I can describe the man. He is a grumpy old man, and he is mean and just looks angry all the time. And my parents never said, it's your imagination, it's this, it's that. Never. So I was fortunate that I was never told, you're crazy, you're imagining things, because they all heard it too. But, so that's what really at a young age got me into it. And then I never knew that there were teams, that you could do this. You see the ghost hunter, all the things on TV, all of that. And you think that's who gets to do these things.
Mhm.
Then my sister knew Mike Prine, who was one of the founders of the Illinois Paranormal Research Group. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go to quarters 1 and go ghost hunting. I'm like, excuse me, you're doing what? And I said, I want to go. Like, take me. I know. I'm sorry.
I think your cat, here's my cat. They're talking.
So I went to one of their things, and one of those, I went to the first one, and then I just never left. And I'm like, hey, Lindsay, so how do I become part of this? And so in 2011, I got to join the team, and now I'm like the last of the original team members left. And in 2016, I took over the team.
Nice.
2011, that's a year after I graduated high school. So you've been doing investigating forever.
Yeah.
Forever. There's this long joke. So my husband is very, very Catholic, and he used to hide rosaries in my backpack, and it was a joke. How many rosaries were we going to find this investigation in my backpack that he would have? I'm like, you realize that doesn't work that way. Like that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
But if that spirit isn't of that same belief, that's not how that works. It makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it also depends on like I feel like it's all about like what you believe in as well as far as protection.
Mhm.
exactly. Yep. So, you know, I don't know. He's come a long way. He's come a long way. He's very supportive in all the things that I do and all of my crazy adventures and, the thousands of dollars of paranormal equipment that is stored at our house. And
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to. I don't know what to do with this shit no more.
he put in a whole storage system in our basement for me to
Wow.
store everything in. And I
Yeah,
have like shelves in the garage for the wires and tripods and all of those things. And
that's
so
fun.
he fully has embraced this crazy life that I have brought into our family. And my oldest daughter, Erica, was on the team for a while. And now my youngest, Gabi, who you guys know, she's
Yeah,
on the team as well. So I've been lucky. I've got to investigate with two of my kids. And so, it's fun.
It's
Yeah.
a bonding time, like
yeah,
investigating, like
Mhm.
also doing it with your family.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a different hobby for us out for everybody else out there. For us, it's
For us, it's like, okay, let's go in this old decrepit building and see who we can talk to.
yeah, yeah.
You
Our
know,
kids, they like to, they like to go with and do the thing,
hi
and they're
Lily.
hi, Lily.
so young, gonna be 11 and one's 14, but I think it's important, for them to have an open mind of what might be out there because, I mean, it's just what it is. And to keep to keep this going.
And kids are so open to things, right? Like they aren't jaded by well, some of them are, but they're so their minds are so open.
Yeah.
They don't have the stigma things, and they they see things and they notice things. And
Yeah.
when you're told, oh, you have an imaginary friend, no, it's probably a spirit. Let's
Right.
be truthful. There's a lot to be said for kids and their intuitions and things like that, because they know kids are the best judges of character.
Yeah.
Kids and animals, they are so perceptive to spirit. Like, no, listen to them, talk to them. If
Yeah.
they have a imaginary friend, let's talk to them about it. What do they see? What do they say? What do you talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Fight, because kids know. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Lila's actually heard voices before, and I had that dialect with her, and she was like probably 6 or 7, 6, 7. I started asking those questions, and it turns out that it was definitely her great grandma that was communicating with her and just doing routine that she would come to pick her up to babysit her when she was little at that time. So come on, Lila, it's time to go. That's what Lila said that she heard, and it was a woman, and it was by the door.
Yeah.
And then Stella just today, and she knows that I have visions in my dreams. She told me this morning that she had a dream about us investigating a morgue, and I was like, okay. We're going to, and I'm talking in my head, we're going to sleep. We're going to Sleeper Mortuary. They're not coming, of course.
Right.
But we're going, it's on our calendar. I'd have to look at it, but we're going. So I was like, okay. I was like, what happened? And she's like, well, somebody got hurt. They got choked and then had scratches on their back and a bloody nose, and they had to go to the hospital. I was like, okay.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, fortunately, like I haven't heard anything negative at Sleeper. So,
Yeah. And like for me, my dreams don't always make 100% sense, but maybe something along the lines that something's going to happen at Sleeper Mortuary. Who knows? So I didn't to her,
Right. Right. I know we had a private investigation a few years back, and when I go in and when we do privates, I try not to find out information because I don't want to know. And I had a vision of the house. I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know the address. When Lindsay was around, I didn't know anything. She would keep it all from me because she didn't want me to go looking for things. And I said, I don't know, but I need to sit in the living room, and the master bedroom is right in front of it. And whatever spirit is there.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. I'm going to talk to there. And I said, and there is brown furniture and it's brown carpeting. And lo and behold, everything was what it was. And that's where I talked to the husband, and he gave his message, and we got it all recorded, gave it to the family, and their house has been completely silent.
Nice.
So you don't know when something's going to happen or when you're going to get that information feed. Like you don't know.
Yeah, it just happens. And so for you,
Hey, Bill.
it just happens, and you can't make it happen.
We miss you too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Yes, he likes to.
Right? I'm sporting ya.
Bill, I gotta swap out my shirt. I need a bigger size. It's shrunk, or I just grew either one of the,
That's funny.
But yeah.
So did that come to you? Does it come to you in dreams as well?
Yes. Yep. I get these visions and flashes of things, and I just get up. I have a notebook next to my bed, and I get up and I write it down so that I don't forget.
Everybody that I talk to, other psychics, they're always telling me, write it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember it. But they were like, Marilyn was like, well, because he doubts what I say a lot of the times, but then it comes true. So she is like, on Derek, everything, write it down. And then when it happens, then you can show him, hey, look, I have it wrote down.
I just started a whole new notebook. So
Yeah, that's dang. So
hey,
yeah.
be nice to her.
I know I didn't gain none. It's just the laundry shrunk my shirt.
Yeah, right. Honey, we shrunk the shirts. No, I'm just kidding.
So when did the visions start happening for you, or when did you notice that you were having visions?
When I was young, they started. I didn't pay attention to them until I joined the team, really, and I started working with our member Anne, who passed away from cancer a few years back, and she was a shaman. And she'd always tell me, quit doubting yourself. Just do what you know, because you know things. And just working with her. And then I'm just like, how do I know these things? So you question your own. I'm a skeptic of myself sometimes, because how can you possibly know, right? How do you know? How does this work? And I don't know how it works. But it's a gift, and I'm not going to take it for granted. So, because if I'm able to help people with it, I'm going to help people that I can.
Right.
He's not being mean. He's on the same quest. No,
Me too. Diabetes here. I'm down 95 pounds in 2 years, so I get it.
He has lost a lot of weight too.
I need to work.
So. Good job, Bill, and you look amazing, Cheryl. So you've been doing really good.
It's hard work. Diabetes is hard, and watch the spirits, because they can affect our blood sugar quicker than anything. We were at Farrar, and we were in the auditorium, and my blood sugar crashed for no reason. We were talking to whatever spirits were there. And my blood sugar passed and went boom down to the ground. And I was drinking cranberry juice, trying to get it to come back up. And I actually fell asleep. And Ryan sat right next to me and did not leave my side until I was back awake again.
What up, Howie? But yeah, that's
crazy.
That's kind of scary.
So watch your blood sugars with the spirits, because they can affect us. That's one of our disclaimers when we do our public investigations, is I always ask, who's diabetic, who has epilepsy? Because our flashing stuff can cause seizures.
Yeah.
So, and then who's diabetic? Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
Are you zoning out?
Yeah, I am.
Don't zone out.
I don't know what is up, but lately I've been like doing these space. I just get like locked in and I just don't think about nothing. My mind goes blank and I just pause for a second. I've been doing that frequently. I don't know what it is.
So let's talk.
Weird.
My next question is,
That's-
how did you start investigating? Like, what piece of equipment did you use, or did you use any equipment at all? And the first place that you investigated, like how that went for the
Right. So my first investigation ever was at Quarters 1 on the Rock Island Arsenal. If you know me, hi, I'm Cheryl. The flashlight is my most favorite piece of equipment, and if I have it and you say my name, you will be blinded by me.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a thing.
Yeah, because when I first met you, that's what we did was the flashlight.
Yes, that is my
Quarters 1.
I prefer sitting quiet. I don't like, we have all the fancy toys, right? Like we have it all because people like to see that immediate gratification of things.
Mhm.
I like old school investigating. Give me a flashlight, give me a basic K2 meter, give me a recorder, and let me sit in the dark.
Mm-hmm. I like the flashlight too.
Mhm.
I try to do it at least once every time I go out, and I love it. And I like using 2 flashlights because then you can.
Yes and no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've had great responses with them. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna say, after you said the K2, the flashlight,
Yep.
and the tape recorder, and like just
Yep.
let you in the dark, you were gonna say something after
I
that.
just
You
like to
It's okay.
get used to it. I like to just listen to a location. Just sit in the dark and listen and pay attention to the surroundings and the environment and things that are going on. Because that's when you're gonna pick up on things, and that's when you're gonna notice the shadows and the movements and things like that. All the gadgets and that's fine, but sometimes let the location talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let those spirits, because they'll show themselves when they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've been playing with dowsing rods a lot lately. Ryan loves them.
Yeah, I've been liking mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, like being more quiet, investigating, you realize that like you're drawn to more different rooms and stuff because how the activity is in the room that you started. And okay, maybe to go, I'm feeling pulled to this room or this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or go sit out like at Quarters 1, sit out in the corridors where you get a vision of, you can see everything. And there's going to be peekers. They're going to look around the corners at you, see where you are, because why aren't you in the room? Because that's where they expect us to be. But even like at Edinburgh Manor, sit out in those main areas. Yep. That's the best. That just let the location talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a strong believer in intention in what we do. I believe what you put out into your investigation, how you question, what you do, all of that, you're going to get that energy back. So if I go in, number one, I am incapable of provoking. My entire being will not let me do that. If I say, if you're a man, turn on the light, I feel like I'm provoking them. Like, oh, well, if you're a man, you'll do. And I always say, please, or sorry, or something, because I physically cannot do it. And that's just me, but I think the energy you put out, like if you're going to provoke, you're going to get that negative energy back.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in and you go in respectful in any location, chances are you're going to get that energy back, depending on the location, of course, right? Like you go to some places and there are spirits that are just going to be nasty because they were probably nasty humans, because that's how I look at spirits. If you were good when you were alive, chances are your spirit's also going to be good. And if you were a not nice person, your spirit's also going to be not nice. Oh, thanks, Louie.
Louie. No, you, Louie. You, Louie. No. Funny.
Hey, Sean.
I love it. Awesome.
And he's funny. He stepped in for Michael Gagliano at the Paranormal Rockdown and stand-up comedy. He's funny, actually. He was talking about his basketball coach, I think it was, and he's Irish, and he was talking about he smelled like cabbage and cigarettes or something like that, and he was, I don't feel he was good though.
Cigarettes. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, Louie, he's on our podcast episode this week talking about the Broadhead Beard Brawl. So
yeah,
we're excited about that. So
are you guys going there?
We are. We actually signed up to be a vendor in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken, who is part of the Bearded Brothers, he was Becca's boss. And he's like, hey, we're doing this. Does your team want to take part? And we're like, well, yeah, of course. Their organization is just so cool. And the things that they do and helping families in need and the brotherhood that they have worldwide within their organization, it's just absolutely amazing. So, to go there and support them, support Broadhead and Bill, because we've only been there the one time when you guys said, hey, they're having this open investigation, come. We fell in love with the location.
Yeah.
So, and then to be able
your second time back? I didn't mean to interrupt again, but
nope, you're good. Ask your question again.
This will be your second time back at Broadhead?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, once you go to these events, and especially at Broadhead, it's like you realize that it's really not just
like family.
Yeah, it's not just a location like a profit location. I heard that word today, profit location. It's not a profit location. And you can actually see what they're doing. Like, they put it out there, everything that they raise, it goes into the building. Every event that, Bill, partakes in with, these fundraising events, they'll tell you where these monies are going and things. Yeah, it's awesome. And
it's amazing.
Like I'm excited to be a part of this as well.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fun.
You guys running things at quarters one, all that.
Yeah, that too.
The location.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
So that's wonderful because that building is still beautiful.
Keeping it alive.
It looks like it hasn't been touched because it looks good.
Oh my gosh. And they finally finished the new back deck and the ramp. And oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. The parking lot will be done eventually. It's all gravel right now, but we get to sit out back on the patio now. And
yeah, I remember that one time we were back there and we thought we saw something running around.
Yeah, it used to be a common thing before they built all the new housing on the Arsenal. We would sit outside and you would watch shadows running from behind trees to behind trees. So people who don't know, Quarters 1 is on the Rock Island Arsenal. That's our local Army base here in the Moline Rock Island area in Illinois.
Talk about Quarters 1.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful location. It was built by General Rodman between 1870 and 1872. It's just short of 22,000 square feet, 51 rooms. It's the second largest federal residence in the government's inventory of residences. Just number one is the White House. Number two is Quarters 1. And that's local to us The Wright House is 90,000 square feet, and quarters one is just shy of 22,000. So it has all original flooring, all the fireplaces, bookcases, everything that are built into this house are original. You know, it's so amazing.
Mhm.
And we're so fortunate to get to investigate there. I've investigated there since 2011, upwards of 525 or so times.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
Bye, Bill. Love you.
That's
I
definitely.
will see you in a couple weeks.
I need to go back there.
I already talked to your wife. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get her the information. We're doing this really cool. So we do our team's one public event there in January every year. But we're actually in July planning a multi-team investigation. So that other people can come in and, you know, investigate and things
Yeah.
like that, and just have fun and investigate together. And I'm trying to come up like with all of these ideas because I don't want people just to, you know, come and go off with just their team. You know, do we put names in a hat and draw out and you investigate with whoever and
Yeah.
you know, everything else? Because I don't want people, because you know, my team, we know that house so well, and the spirits know us too well.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just such an amazing location, and it's beautiful, and we're blessed to be able to investigate there how we do and to have the relationship with the Rock Island Arsenal. I'm working on getting able to investigate the grounds where the Civil War prisoner camp was.
That's
So,
awesome.
so we're working on that. So
I'm
that's
excited
cool.
for you guys.
So, you know, that's fun.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You have a couple of events coming up too.
We do. May 30th is our next public event. There's still openings for that. And then June 20th is our youth and teen event. Yeah, Pam Quarters one is awesome. But June 20th is our teen and youth event where we bring in 10 to 17-year-olds. And I take the younger group of kids because, hello, that's my age group, right? Because I teach second grade.
Yep.
And how I investigate with them and what we do is very different from like what Gabi will do with the 15, 16, 17-year-olds. You know, so that the investigations are more geared towards the age groups of kids, and where mine is more teaching them and that type of thing, and showing kids that, oh my gosh, it's not what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Would love to see if I would love to ask like Lila and stuff. They would want to do that and set them up because
Oh, you know
that'd
they
be
do.
fun.
It's
They
a matter
would.
of you taking them because I'm always working.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know your wife
Yeah.
always
All
has to work.
advertised. So I'm gonna have to look at that and talk to the kids because that'd be fun for them.
So how do people get tickets for those events?
So for those events, they have to call the Rock Island Arsenal, the MWR office. Let me pull that phone number. It's my allergies are killing me. So that phone number is, it's not on this flyer. Oh, Anna, 309-782-5890 to sign up for for the youth event is June 20th. And then May 30th is our last adult event of the spring season. And then we start up again in September. And of course, we're going to have our multi-team event come July, which I'm super excited for because
Yeah.
I like working with other people and seeing how other people investigate and how they go about doing things, because we can learn so much from each other.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. Like, come on. Like, it used to be teams didn't talk to each other and everything was a secret.
Right.
And I don't get that. Like, if we investigate the same locations, why wouldn't you share?
Exactly. I feel like there needs to be more collaboration.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, forget the gatekeeping, all of those things. And, you know, of course, on the Arsenal, there's all kinds of different rules and regulations that we have to follow and things that things that we can't talk about
Yeah.
out loud, but we can talk about with, cameras off and those, those types of things. Because you're on an active military installation. So that, there's things that you don't do there that you might do at an Edinburgh Manor or somewhere else, or, things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just putting these information in the comments here. But yeah, I'm gonna also put the information about that event in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, collaborating. I love learning. We did one with you last year at quarters, or maybe it was probably like a couple years ago.
No, November.
Maybe it was last year.
It was just this past November.
Oh, was it?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember. Have I been there more than once? Wait.
Only once with me.
Okay, I was gonna say only once. Okay, I remember only going once, but
because you guys went to the Rock Island Roadhouse with CNR.
Yeah.
And you guys went on Saturday night, and we were there Friday night with them.
Wow, that was just within the last year. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, crazy, right?
Too much.
I had to take a quick second.
We were just talking about collaborating and
yeah, I was watching while I had to do it. Yeah.
oh my god.
So
I'm getting off.
I'm all right now. So what kind of paranormal activity have you had at quarters 1?
So at quarters 1, we have so many EVPs. Plus, we've gotten one very clear DVP, which is one that you actually heard. We all heard it with our ears. And we've also caught 2 full-bodied apparitions at quarters 1 on camera. So that house is it's a plethora, and the spirits there choose to talk as they choose to talk. And if they're not feeling it, they're not going to talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's just a sad fact of what we do, right?
Yeah.
It's not a circus show. We can't make them perform.
Exactly. I was just about to say you can't make them do whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they always talk to me.
They're annoyed.
No,
You guys had a good session going on at quarters 1 in the parlor.
yes.
We had a lot of stuff going on. So,
Basement, we had a lot of stuff going on too.
my gosh, the basement last month
like-
was crazy.
I mean, all the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last month.
Yeah, last month when at our public investigation, the basement was crazy. One of we call them our groupies. We have 5 guests who come to every single event.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Cassie was standing down in the basement where the original bakery was in the house. And she was standing right in front of where the oven would be.
Yeah.
I didn't turn the camera quite enough to capture her jump and scream. We got the scream on audio, but did not catch her jump. Something touched her back and she screamed and jumped like across the room. And I'm like, what? She's like, something just touched me. I'm like, okay. She goes, but they don't touch me. I'm like, well, but the smells, people were smelling bread down there. And just weird. I mean, it's common to smell like the cigar smoke on first floor.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, General Rodman smoked his cigars and, all of that. So that's common to smell, and to smell perfume and flowers and things like that. That's common around, a spirit that we call Rose. That's not her name. That's a name she was given, and she responds to it.
Okay.
So, just things like that. They have their calling cards, and, Colonel King has a specific way that he makes the K2 meters go off in succession, and like all of them on the table at the same time and things. So you get to know them and their little oddities and things that they do and things,
Yeah.
But
we were on the USS North Carolina, and I was off doing my own thing, and I was in the bakery, and I started having a one-on-one combo, and none of the flashlights were going off.
Of course, he went to the bakery.
The tripwire wasn't going off. The tripwire, none of that. I had 3 pieces, whatever, out there, and I had
3
a little
pieces
bell.
of sweet treats, or
He had a chocolate croissant and a custard.
Yeah.
Something.
I was asking if they knew what are those daggone freaking things that the kids like? They're like $10 a bite, and they're about this big.
Oh, the macaroons.
Yeah, macaroni.
Oh, okay.
And whatever, but I didn't start getting a reaction until I started being relevant to the spot where I was at. So I said, what do you like to do? Or how do you make bread? Is one of the ingredients maybe sugar? You got sugar, you got flour.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, bing, the light or the dead bell, reacts. And then I'm using my Polter script as well. And so it said birth, and I'm like, what are you going to tell me your birthday? So like I help them kind of break down when their birthday was. It's all on video. You can check it out. Dude, it was really freaking cool because like just bam, 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 right after I got on their level, so like when you get in on their level, and you just talk to them like they're there.
You have conversations. Like we were just at Cambrai. We were there the week after you guys, and we're sitting in the living room, and we had the tripwire on that curio cabinet that's in the living room.
Yeah.
And the tripwire there, and we're sitting there, and Catherine and I were talking to Uncle Fritz, and I just start talking to him about, well, what kind of candy did you like? Did you like hard candies? And that tripwire started going crazy. I'm like, oh, well, we're going into town tomorrow. Do you like chocolate? Do you like this? Do you like that? So when we went into town, we bought, of course, the chocolate covered, the fudge dipped licorice and all the things. And I brought back some hard candy. And then later on that night, we took it back out. And I'm like, oh, look, I brought some hard candy, brought this, brought that. And we got responses that just having conversation.
Yeah.
What did you like? What, all of that. Ryan said I chose the wrong flavor candy because I chose sour apple because that's what I wanted. He's like, Cheryl, remember, he's like, Cheryl, it was an apple farm. He goes, they're probably tired of apple. I'm like, okay, true. I could have got like cinnamon or clove or, something like that. And it may have been something that, then I like that. But he likes hard candies and he likes chocolate were his things.
Mm-hmm.
And nice. Just having conversation.
Yeah.
Not if you're here, turn on a flashlight. It's like, well, what did you like?
It's so monotone,
right?
Like it kind of gets, and I find myself guilty of that sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I have to stop and say, okay, nothing's happening. What am I doing wrong? What's going on here? When I do these things personally for me, I do them because I'm having fun and I just like to catch things that are not normal, right. Not paranormal, I like, and I'm not a professional by no means, but I just like doing it for fun. Right. And I don't know, I don't know what it is. What is it for you? Like on a more hobby level or like a more like a profession level?
I think being a sensitive, I don't ever get to walk away from the paranormal.
Yeah.
It's who I am. I live with it every day. If there's a spirit around, I'm going to find them and I'm going to pick it up, even if I'm at a friend's house. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's who I am.
Right.
It's like the alter ego of me. There's teacher me, there's mom me, there's wife me, and then there's this, this other side of me. Whether you call it spiritual me, whatever you want to do, however you want to refer to it. It's not, and that's what I always tell my team because I'm so into it. Like I will talk ghosts all the time. We found this TikTok video that was like, go out to dinner with all your friends, and the first one to talk about this has to pay for dinner, and they're all like, let's go out for steaks at the most expensive place because Cheryl can't not talk about ghosts. It's who I am. And I don't get a break. get to walk away. I don't get to, say not, I run the team, so there's that aspect of it. But as far as like me personally, I don't get to do that step away.
Yeah.
Because if they're there, we're a beacon.
Yeah.
We're this bright light and they find us. And so you don't get a break and you don't get to walk away and you don't, all of those things. And to answer that question, yes. Yeah. Same thing with the cat balls. I don't like calling it a cat ball. And because yes, that's what it is. But can you touch that ball? Can you make that device turn on? Can you, or even depending on where you are, call a flashlight a torch.
Yeah.
Those types of things. They don't know what a tripwire is.
Or a dead bell. Can you touch my dead bell?
Can you go touch that dead bell?
They don't know what
a dead bell is.
I was at Cambry and I'm like, I said that to myself when I was I was doing a little video and I'm like, oh my God, they don't even know what a dead bell is.
Right?
I was like, you know what a bell is though. So I say, okay, if you find the bell, whatever.
Right. But, can you do you see this box? Can you ding the bell? Can you push that button? Can you but it's like
that's
where you are, and then so it's just all of those things you have to think of, well, they don't know if you're talking to a spirit from the 1800s, they don't know what a flashlight is. Right. What's a flashlight? What do you mean?
The uncultured swine.
Right?
No, that's hilarious because that's just such a funny topic because everybody, I guarantee.
Everyone does it. We're all guilty of it. And it's like,
yeah.
Well,
can you please talk to the spirit box? What the hell is a spirit box?
Right? What do you mean?
So I was going to ask, kind of going back to like it being like a part of who you are and like always talking about like paranormal and stuff, like even where you go. Have you had like you're wearing your t-shirt and you go out somewhere and somebody is automatically drawn to you and they start talking about, are you paranormal? Do you investigate the paranormal? Where have you been? Like, and then they start talking to you about their experiences and stuff and like asking you questions and like wanting you to come and check out possibly like what they've been talking about.
All the time. I don't know for you guys, but since COVID, private investigations are few to none. I think we've only had like 2 since, they're just, people just quit letting people into their homes and I get it, but,
I haven't done a private investigation in, like maybe not even years.
3 years.
Yeah. It's crazy when you think about, right? Because we used to always get calls and things like that. And there are teams that do, and great for them, right? Yeah. But I don't know.
There's one that I'm waiting for. I'm just being patient, the right time comes.
Or people will talk to us about it, and like one of the family members will say yes, and then the other one will say no.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, I'm just being patient with. Recently had a passing maybe a year ago, maybe less than a year ago. And the house was built by their grandparents, so it's been family owned right in the heart of Moline. And I'm just waiting, and because he had some things happen to him the day he woke up next to his wife passed. And so he got a text message from her that had a heart emoji on it for a weird reason, and he couldn't tell you how that happened. Her.
Yeah, it's such a sensitive topic, right? Yeah. Like it's a sensitive topic, and I think a lot of times people want to know, but they don't want to know.
Right. And so he told my dad, he's like, yeah, your kids in the paranormal haven't come out, but I'm not ready. I've got to take care of some things. And so it'll be a definitely a personal one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy's known me from since I was born, but it'd be nice if I could come across this person.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool, and
Yeah.
not the cool that she's, obviously,
Right.
but cool to, help them if they,
Right.
you know what I mean, closure.
100%. It's like that family that we were able to help. He needed to get this message. He left the message,
And they got closure.
and then he left, and he crossed.
Wow. Yeah.
My house that I live in right now, the woman who lived in the house before us, she didn't die in the house, but she fell in the house.
Oh.
She's still here.
So she accidentally came in.
I have tried crossing this woman over so many times. No, this is her house. She sits in my office window right here and watches the neighborhood. And as long as she doesn't push people on the stairs, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. You'll sit in my living room and you'll see someone walk across my kitchen.
Wow.
Or you'll see people walk up and down my stairs. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
We all live together in perfect harmony, and my husband is blissfully ignorant to it all.
People don't. Anyway, I mean, people aren't supposed to. I don't know if this is. How do I feel about when somebody says, "Oh, don't investigate your own house"? I don't know how I feel about that, because maybe I want to, and if I'm careful enough not to let things in, because I don't know.
If I talk to them, they quiet down. But I know who's here.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of like they say, don't put a welcome mat outside of your house because you're welcoming in evil spirits. That there's all types of, of superstitions and things like that about, welcome mats and all of these things, and not investigating in your house. And again, I think it's all with intention.
Yeah.
It's your intention. Momo wants to stay here, she can stay here, whatever.
Yeah.
It was her house first. So as long as she doesn't push people on the stairs.
Because I'm kind of curious of what that was on our video camera that we saw, and if there was a portal in our house.
There's more than one that always come down.
Those are just questions. I want to know.
Right.
Nothing's crazy happened here.
No, because I know that I know. I acknowledge them without acknowledging them. But
Right.
I was going to start the next topic by going to road trips and different locations that you've been.
Okay.
So, what is your guys' go-to snacks and drinks for road trips?
Hello. We are the Illinois Paranormal Research Group, and we enjoy pickle wraps.
Yum. Love it.
Pickle wraps are our thing.
Who's making the pickle wraps? Is it you?
I do not make them. Usually Kate stops by Hy-Vee and picks them up. If I make pickle wraps, Tommy has had my pickle wraps. I use salami, and I get the little pickles and I just fold it kind of like a hot dog and put the salami kind of like a taco. And I use salami instead of ham. And Tommy enjoys those pickle wraps.
Yeah, I bet he does.
He has eaten quite a few of them.
I'm so jealous every time that you put on, when you have a team meeting, you just go all out.
I take care of my team.
God.
I ask so much of them between, we do 11 public investigations a year.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And so it's a lot of work. And people who don't do public investigation, running all the cameras, doing this, doing that, making all the plans, all of the waivers, all the work that goes into it. Then you do the event, and then you have to tear it all down, and then you have hours. If we run our entire DVR system, we have 18 cameras running. And so that's 18 cameras times however many hours we have those running of footage and we mostly look at our notes and then motion and things like that. And thank God our cameras have audio.
Yeah.
But yeah, but road trips, pickles, that's our thing. We're all getting a lot healthier, so we don't have as much crap around as we used to have. But we're always well fed.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're always, when we have a team meeting, I feed everybody. Well, after expos or whatever, we come to my house and have a bonfire in the backyard and just feed everybody. And just because we do so much between all of the investigations and then our traveling and then the podcast, it's so much work. And I ask so much of them, the least I can do is feed them.
Yeah. I think one of these days we should plan like a Quad City kind of hangout, with all the groups and things.
Mhm.
There is quite a bit of us.
There's so many groups here locally.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like we're always investigating and doing events and stuff, and not actually like spending time. Like when we do get, free time, then we try to hang out and play some games and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking pool party somewhere.
There's a pool in my backyard.
yours is much nicer than mine.
You've got that hot tub too.
Yeah, it's full of bubbles.
Something.
So
Yeah.
where all have you? Well, let's go back to the podcast so everybody knows.
Yep.
Where's your podcast? What's it
So
called?
it's called the Unknown Files Show, and it airs on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. on the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's a free download. That's at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then at 7:30 Central Time, it releases on our Spotify channel. So, and this week it's the Bearded Brothers talking about Broadway Brawl.
So do you guys strictly talk paranormal, or is it everything that you guys encompass? Do you guys do like follow-ups about your investigations as well on your podcast?
Yep, we do follow-ups. We investigate teams. We interview teams. We've had this recent series, Paranormal Shower Thoughts with Ryan.
Oh.
Some of the things that we have discussed on these episodes, I'm like, wait. And I'm always very nervous to let Ryan run with things because you just never know where it's going to go.
That's
and
fun.
We've had some pretty interesting conversations about his shower thoughts. I'm like, how long of a shower do you take? Like, how do you come up with all of this? Like, one of his things, get your fix on it. At what point, when we're investigating like locations, right? At what point do we start haunting ourselves? At what point have we created enough residual energy that what we're hearing is ourselves? Or even in your house, think about, you walk the same path every day right? You walk from your bedroom to the bathroom at what point do you create enough residual energy that you're actually experiencing yourself?
That's interesting.
But
It's me every day.
I would think you have to be in a stable place for so many years, possibly, in order for that to happen, because you leave your imprint anywhere you go. That's like somebody coming into your house, French, and they've got like bad baggage, and then they leave that in your home, and then
100%.
Fighting and stuff in the home.
It's that little energy that's left behind from different people, whether good or negative,
Right. 100%. Like people don't think about how all of that affects everything. Like there's so much to this thing that we do, right? There's so much beyond ghosts. It's how we affect our own environment. It's vast. It's so vast.
Yeah.
And that's why there's nobody who is a professional in this field, because we're all learning all the time, and you're always trying different things all the time. And who would have ever thought we're using cat toys as a means to communicate with somebody, you know? And just things like that are everyday things. Like, think about, like, if you're working with a kid and those electronic kid toys that they just barely have to touch, to, you know, all of those things, everyday things that you're like, oh, well, duh, things like that. And then, you know, like you said, arguing in the home, fighting, that's creating that energy bubble in your house, and that's leaving that. And just so, it's so vast in all of this. So yeah, we talk about that. We talk about cryptids, all the things, Ryan's goat man. So, you know.
Don't you have like an entry, your music or whatever isn't like squatching or something?
Yes.
Like, remember, right?
Yes.
I love that. And yes. I remember you guys have tree at Festival of Trees every year, and didn't you do Sasquatch last year?
And we got first place.
Yeah.
We got first place.
That's
yep.
awesome.
Yep. That was our most expensive tree ever, was that Sasquatch tree, but it got us first place. We're planning this year's tree, so we're in planning stages for that. It takes a long time to, because you have to wait until we get like their theme, because we always play off of whatever their theme is. And so one year it was Through the Years of Christmas Cheer. So we did Through the Years of Fear, and our tree was nothing but horror movie posters. That's cool. We got first place that year also. So, nice. You know, you just play on things and see what we can come up with. So this year, I believe it's a winter wonderland. So we'll see where we go with
walking around in women's underwear.
How'd you know? No.
So yeah, we do outreach for the Girl Scouts too. We do they have a big Halloween weekend, and we do things there with them where we set up a thing with equipment and let them play with like the SLS camera, and we have crystals set up, and they each get to choose a crystal to take home with them. And so just outreach. And
I forgot that you guys, I remember you talking about that too, because Lila used to go out there for her Girl Scouts when I was her troop leader. Because I remember them having a Halloween weekend.
Yep. So, you know, just little things besides, you know, that would be interesting with the Etch a Sketch. And I don't know, I think a spirit would have to have a lot of energy to be able to manipulate that. But I could see, you know, the magnetic.
You just see it going.
Right?
Well, I have seen at Wildwood Sanitarium that they have a pendulum stand, and they have a sand thing below it. And there was like an image that was etched out using the pendulum that it had to do with John Griffin and his brother, I believe, or I don't remember, but John Griffin, his brother and him, they used to investigate there when he was alive, and places very near and dear to him. Shout out to John Griffin. And he's got a book out now too, Paranormal Puzzle. I forgot.
Like, yeah, that's kind of interesting, man.
And then I thought also about like an auto writer, like a planchette that holds a pencil, and putting like a big piece of butcher paper down.
Oh,
Seeing, you know, like there's all kinds of different things, you know, like just who knows, right?
That would be awesome. I had an idea a while back about you been to I think it's the Family Museum in Bettendorf that they have where you walk into this room, the kids do, and then they have like an aura like projecting onto the screen, and you walk in front of it and it like outlines you and like however you move and stuff.
Yes.
And I thought about like, what if you did like something like that with paranormal, like taking that kind of thing, like a backdrop and projecting that, like, can you capture capture something on that.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Bill does at Broadhead when he puts the laser grid out and then runs the smoke
Yeah.
down the, that type of idea.
Yeah.
And like with that, we all have an aura. So do spirits still have an aura? Do they carry an aura with them, or are they just one color? And like, would that different color of their aura show up if they were to be able to manifest on that?
Yeah.
Or how they're feeling. Like if they're mad, it's blue, or if they're mad, it's red.
I wonder, has Jenny ever tried that? Because I know she does like the aura photography and things like that, right?
Yeah, she does. I don't know.
Hey, that'd be really badass if you have like a big projecting screen like on like a computer and it's just him somewhere randomly.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you see something just appear out of nowhere, like the lights. That would be crazy. Damn.
Yeah. Like, see, just talking, you come up with like just.
Yeah. Like an aura freaking capture thing.
You're taking my idea. I was literally just talking about.
I mean, bro, it's like an XLS camera with.
I better patent this before he makes money off
For real, you better start making notes.
Well,
your name on it.
Camera would be like a freaking.
It's recorded that you brought it up first.
Yeah.
Good.
I would try,
imaging camera.
I would try to help everybody out though, like so it's not as expensive, or like helping them like teach them how to like make it, because a lot of equipment out there is so expensive.
Oh my gosh! Like why? Yeah. Why is it so crazy expensive? Like even mag flashlights used to be $10. Yeah. Now they're $20.
Yeah.
Like give me a break. There's no reason for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want everybody to be able to work with whatever, if I ever made any type of equipment.
Right.
Like we've made a ghost box, like we saw on the shows where it's clear, crisp, not echoey really, but like, so you get the reverb pedal and you get the noise gate and you attach them with coax cables and you attach it to your amp, and then you run a wire from your whatever you have, an SB7 and SB11 or whatnot, and then it's cheaper.
I'd like to do that with the hex box with the channel hop mode. That would be really cool. I'm gonna have to try that next time with the hex box instead of like the regular SB7. I love the hex box. It's this new little spirit box, like black and green, and it has this channel hop mode and built-in reverb already. And man, that thing is awesome. It is awesome.
I will say the only place I have a regular SB7, but I got that SB7 Pro.
Yeah.
The only place that thing has truly ever really worked was at Broadhead.
Yeah.
Really?
When we were in the art room and those 3 teenage spirits, they whistled and they called for Lexi.
Wow.
We got it recorded, and we went downstairs and Gabby had brought her computer and we cut it and we shared it with Bill, but they whistled for her and said Lexi.
Oh,
did you guys put that on your page?
That's cool.
I have not put it out yet. It's so hard to hear. I need to email it to him. I'm writing that down.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I want to hear that. That's awesome.
It's in our presentation, so.
Oh yeah.
So
where are you guys going this year?
Oh my gosh. So besides going to Broadhead, we are going to, I see that you went, June, part of the team is going down to Bell Witch Caves, June 27th. So we're excited about that. That's going to be fun.
I was just talking to somebody at Booze on the Battleship about Bell Witch Cave.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Go hang out with Black Wolf Paranormal. Love them.
The Bell Witch. I'd love to go to the Bell Witch Cave.
Yeah.
I've seen an episode back in the day by somebody. Yeah.
yeah, we're excited. One of the girls who's going with us, she actually lives down there. She works with Becca. She was there the same weekend we were at Cambrai, and she said it was so intense. She's never had to sage herself there, but she had to this time. She got pushed in the caves, and she noted that there was absolutely no animal sounds. And this is like, it's a 100-acre farm, and there was not a single bird, insect, animal noise at all. And I sat there and I went, wait, when we were at Cambrai, there was also Friday and Saturday night, nothing. There was no crickets chirping. It was so eerily quiet outside.
Mm-hmm.
No animal noises at all. But how odd is that in Adams, Tennessee or Kentucky, and then in Nauvoo, Illinois, no animal sounds on the same night?
That's kind of.
Was it a full moon?
There was a full moon, and there was also major rings around the moon. And it was when we're having all those storms. So that was that's like a sign of incoming storms and things like that. But we got some really cool pictures of the moon out there that night.
That's awesome.
With all of these rings around it.
Damn.
But it was just odd that she noted that there were no animals. And I'm like, but wait, we also, nothing. Like, even we took the thermal camera out when we walked down the road at 11 o'clock at night, because why wouldn't you do that, right? Why not? And nothing. Saturday night, Gabi spotted a deer because she saw its eyes, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just quiet.
Where else do you have coming up after Bell Witch Cave?
After Bell Witch, we have our event in July that I'm going to share with you guys later. And then we are quiet for August. Nothing on the books. September, we start up again at Quarters 1, and then we go to Edinburgh the last weekend of September every year for National Ghost Hunting Day. So we have that weekend booked every year at Edinburgh. So we'll be there. And then we have the Rock Island Esoteric Expo on October 3rd, and we're a vendor in that, and I'm a presenter at the expo this year, so that'll be fun.
Will you be talking about Quarters 1?
I am going to talk about Quarters 1.
Okay.
Nice.
And then we have Quarters 1 again in October, and then we'll have the Girl Scouts thing. And then November we'll have, the Festival of Trees. And then I give everybody November and December off. Ryan and Becca will tell you I don't give them any time off because we're always podcasting.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team gets it off. The three musketeers sit here in my office and record podcasts.
That's funny.
But so yeah, and then we'll start up all over again in the following January and do it all over again. So
yeah.
So where can everybody find you guys?
So we are on Facebook at Illinois Paranormal Research Group. Our website is www.ilprg.org. We're on TikTok at IL Paranormal Research GRP. We're on YouTube at ILPRG, and then the Unknown Files show on Spotify.
Nice.
And don't forget, guys, they have those public investigations at Quarters 1, and to reach out to whom again?
Anna at the MWR. So,
yep.
All of those are posted on our Facebook page.
And check out their podcast, of course.
Yeah, we had you guys on our podcast.
Yeah.
I need to listen to the shower ones. I need to get on one of those conversations.
That question that you asked us that Brian had, that was a really, you got to
think about it.
Think about it.
You do. He goes from this off the wall to something that really makes you think. And it's like, your brain, sir.
That's awesome, though.
Well, it's been great talking to you always.
Yeah.
Of course. We appreciate you coming on and filling in. You're not a fill-in
Absolutely.
because you're always welcome.
Yes.
Yay.
Appreciate it.
It's fun. I love talking ghosts. So
Yeah. Yes. Talking ghosts.
Ghost and toast. That's gonna be
Ghost. Oh.
I got some.
that would be the haunted happy hour girls in there.
Yeah.
Can't steal that.
I got my water tonight, so
Toast ghost.
That'd be something.
Hey,
for
what
Michael
about a
Magliano.
roast a ghost? Hey, roast a ghost.
Oh.
hey, you know, there
Yeah.
are some ghosts that probably could use to be roasted. So
Yeah, it makes you want to plug a ghost joke at the end of the podcast now, but I don't have any.
I don't know.
I'd have to look. You got any?
I don't have any.
Oh,
It would be Ryan who's quick on that.
I'm gonna have to start doing that.
oh my god, I'm making a book, roast ghost.
God.
But it's gonna be a ghost joke book.
Listen, we had like a team slam book once where you would say something stupid on an investigation. It got wrote down into the slam book. Lindsay has those somewhere. There's some.
That would be interesting. That would
There's
be
some things in those books.
That's funny. Oh, here's one.
Oh,
Oh boy.
all right. We're gonna end it with a ghost joke.
Okay.
What's a ghost's favorite dessert?
I don't know. It's gonna.
Ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I got one more. Where do ghosts go on vacation?
Where?
The Bahamas.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go there. I'll go there.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
so much for coming on,
Yep.
and we'll talk to you next time.
Sounds good.
And I can't wait until we get together. I hope it's very soon.
It's going to be soon, for sure.
Alrighty.
Have a
For
good night.
sure. Yep. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Well, everybody, that was Cheryl. And we love talking to her. She's such an amazing person. She does everything. Quad Cities with all of, the festival of trees and the kids, and she gets everybody, involved, and just a positive person. So we want to thank her again for coming on, and we had fun. And
We hope you guys check out
Yeah.
Illinois Paranormal Research Group
yes,
and their podcast.
definitely. And
Come
we
check
hope
them out
Jenny,
at Illinois Rock Island Esoteric Expo in October, or join on their investigations at the Quarters One, because it's a truly phenomenal place, and it's very historical. I mean, second to the White House. It's the biggest government official building. So go check them out and
and
check us
Jenny,
out.
if you're listening to this, we hope you get home safely.
Yes. So make sure you guys tune in next Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. With that being said, everybody have a wonderful night.
Adios. Drink water.